Hi everyone, my name is Sylvia Michalak and I'm going to be teaching you about how to place text into text in InDesign. I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to do that. So here's an example of what we're going to be doing and I will get started. So first we want to set up a new document. We'll go to File, New, Document. And this might just take a sec, but I hope everyone's doing good. Here we go. So we're going to make just a regular letter size document, no facing pages. It'll be a landscape orientation. I'm going to go with no margins, just because we don't need them. And that's it. Create our document. So we're going to first select our type tool. And we're going to create a text box that's 3.5 inches wide by 4.5 inches high. So you can just place any size text box in there and then you can select it and then go here to the control panel and enter the width, which is going to be 3.5, and the height, which is going to be 4.5 inches. Just hit enter and then there's your text box. It's the correct size. So we're going to click on the type tool again, click into the text box and type the letter D. We're going to highlight that letter. I'm going to use the shortcut Control A to select all and highlight it. And then I'm going to go into the characters panel, which I have on the right, but if you need to pull it out, you can go to Windows and you can go to Type and then go to Character to pull out the characters panel. I'm going to use a really thick font because I want to be able to fit a lot of text inside of this letter. So we're going to choose a really large and really wide, bold font. A really good font that I like for this will be Impact is the name of it. So I'm typing it in there. There's Impact. Yeah. And then we will enter 350. No, let's do 400. Let's be big. Let's go bold. And it's going to be a big letter. So that's perfect. And next, we will switch to the selection tool, which will be in the tool panel on the left, or it'll be the shortcut V. Now we'll select the D, and then we can copy it, which I'm going to use the shortcut Control C, but you can also go to File. I believe it's File. What is it? Edit. You go to Edit and Copy. So that's another way to copy it. And then you can paste it right next to it. And then you can just pull it up alongside of it and use the guidelines to get it where you want it. That looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to click, again, I'm going to switch to the text tool, which you can hit the T for the shortcut or click on the type tool on the text box in the toolbox. I'm going to use T for the shortcut, click into the second letter and highlight it. And I'm going to change that letter to a capital O because I want to use the word do. I'm going to highlight both letters and I'm just going to kind of center them in the page. You don't have to do this, but. So now that both letters are highlighted, I'm going to go into Type and create outlines. So now my two letters have now turned into objects. So they're two separate objects. So if I click on each one, they're each an object. So now I will click on both because I'm going to change the fill and the stroke. I'm going to reverse them, which you can do in the toolbox right here with this little curved line that has two arrows. It's going to switch them over. So now I have a black stroke and a white fill, and I'm just going to make that stroke just a little bit thicker. That's good. So now that I have my whole word together and I have outlines, I'm actually going to get the text tool Again, you can push T for the shortcut. I'm going to click into the D, which is going to make it a text box now. So now this is the text box. Now I'm going to go back to the selection tool. Click on that now that it's a text box, and it has this little square at the corner here that's on the bottom of the D. So I'll click on that. Sorry. So I'll click on that once. You click on it once, and then it'll load your cursor here so that any text that finishes here will continue on to the next letter. All you have to do is click on the border of the letter, and that loads it. So when you see this little triangle here, that means it's loaded. So when this is done, when you're typing here, it will continue on to here into a continuous text thread. So now these are connected, and if you would like to see if you actually have done the correct thing and connected them properly, you can go up to View on the control panel and then go to Extras and go to Show Text Threads. So that's going to show you that these are connected, and where this ends, it continues up here. So if you have another third letter, you can do the same thing by clicking here once and then clicking on the next letter, and then they'll all be connected in the same way. So moving forward, we will now, we're now going to go to the text type tool, type tool in the tools box, and click into the letter D. And now it's time to fill our text with text. So there's a few ways you can fill the text with text. You can actually go to, you can copy paste text in. You can drop or place a Word document in there, which will place the text in. I'm going to show you how to just simply place some some fill text in. So if you click the type tool in, you make sure the blinking cursor is in the letter D, and you'll go up to the type tool and you'll go into fill with placeholder text, and that will fill your object with text. Right now I see that there's some actual gaps in the text here, which is because there's probably returns. In order to fix that, you can go into type and you can go to show hidden characters, and that's gonna, let's zoom in on that a little, and that's gonna show you all the places where there's returns, and you can take them away and make this a little cleaner. Another thing you can do is select all the text, go into the paragraph panel, which I have here, but you can go into type and paragraph, and that'll open it up. And then you're going to want to justify it, get it in the middle and get it a little bit spread out. So that looks a lot better already. And then if you want, you can go into the character panel, which is I have on the right, but again, you can go into type and you can open character from there. We can change this to an Arial just to make it a little bigger and fill up the box a little more. So that's good. We'll close that. And now, there we have it. That is going to be how we place text into text. And you can do any other thing you want to make this look a little more aesthetically pleasing. You can work with kerning, you can work with tracking, you can get rid of some of the hyphenation and see how that works out for you. Anything you have to do to make it look good, you can do. So this is how you place text into text. I hope you all enjoyed this presentation and it will help you for your future projects. Thank you.